Hello, my name is Matthew Carpenter. I'm here on part of the InfoWars Paul Revere contest. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about, or I'm going to talk about, you're going to listen. We're going to talk about the laws of nature. I was reading through some Thomas Jefferson stuff the other day, and he mentioned that the Constitution is written according to the laws of nature. And, Thomas Jefferson referred to them a lot. But nobody out there really defines them. So I thought I would give you some of my observations on nature. And that's what the laws of nature are. You look at life around you, the animals, the plants, the whole planet itself. And there are certain laws that aren't written, but everything has to abide by if it's going to survive, if it's going to live, it's going to flourish. So I thought I would try and define some of those and teach you how to just look and listen and learn. I saw some rabbits the other day, so I'm going to talk about rabbits, I guess. You know, rabbits, once they're weaned off their mommy, they have to be responsible for their own well-being. They have to provide for their own food, provide for their own defense, shelter, find water. They have to do it all on their own. Everything out here is like that. As soon as the deer is able to run, mommy will look after it, like I say, till it's weaned. But after that, when the wolf comes, it better run on its own, man. You know what I'm saying? It's that struggle to survive. Law of survival is what makes everything better. What makes the deer faster, what makes the wolf faster. Anyway, law of survival is one thing I've observed. Economy and efficiency is another thing you'll observe out here. If something's not economically viable out here, it's in terms of calories. In our society, we measure everything in dollars that are artificially printed up and thrown into the economy. But out here, it's about calories. If you don't gain more than you put out looking for food in the first place, you starve to death. And it just doesn't exist out here in nature. So, laws of economy change. Everything out here is in a constant state of change. We're in like high mountain, deserty, sagebrushy country now. Every few thousand years ago, though, it's flowing lava. And maybe a million years from now, it'll be jungle. Maybe a million years ago, it was all grass. Who knows? You can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? You have to accept it, which is kind of another law. Acceptance. You have to accept change. You have to accept diversity. If you don't accept things, you're fighting it. And then you break that law of economy, that law of efficiency. You use so much resource trying to fight things. Like the war on drugs. That violates the law of free will. You know what I'm saying? And you burn up so much energy trying to fight it that you disintegrate society eventually. Societies, I think, collapse because they don't live according to the laws of efficiency. The laws of nature, for that matter. Detachment, gratitude, free will, law of diversity. Everything out here, I think the physicists call it the law of entropy. Is that right? That everything is striving towards chaos. Really, I look at that as the law of diversity. Everything is striving towards diversity. There's sagebrush over there that get plenty of water. Some over there that don't. And over a few thousand million years, whatever, they'll become genetically diverse to where they're kind of different plants. And then as the environment changes, that diversity will be there in the ecosystem, you know what I'm saying? And either the watered one will survive or the dry one will survive, according to which, how the environment changes. Economy, change, diversity, detachment. Yeah, I'll go over that one. They're all important. The law of detachment. Everything out here is being born. It's dying constantly. It's a constant struggle out here. All this change. You have to foster a sense of detachment with it all. You can't live in the past. You know what I'm saying? You can't necessarily live in the future because you don't know if it's going to rain tomorrow or not, for sure. So that's another thing that nature gives us, is learning to live in the now. But detachment. You have to be detached. Not to say we don't love things. I was thinking about it, it's kind of a twofold thing, isn't it? You have to have detachment so you don't get caught up in all this and destroy yourself. But you also at the same time foster this sense of gratitude. You have to appreciate everything as it is now. Everything's right here. Detachment, gratitude, diversity. But yeah, you have to stop, look, listen, and learn. Just quiet your mind once in a while. Go out and observe things. It's because we aren't tied to the laws of nature right now. Other societies are, more what we would call primitive societies are tied to it. And frankly, they're happier, freer people. But it's because we aren't bound by these laws right now that we don't understand freedom, the whole concept of it. We don't understand the Constitution, for that matter. I think when things go to heck, and it probably will, because we violate the laws of nature, afterwards, the next generations, they're going to be bound by those laws, I think, a lot tighter. They're going to have to learn them. They're going to have to live within them. And hopefully it'll be a better society then. But anyway, I hope I got you thinking. Hope I got you thinking. And good luck, everyone.